What's up, guys? Comerica Theatre. We are checking out the My2K Tour. This is kind of like 2000s, only it's 2016. The guys from O-Town are hanging out, Hot 97.5, 103.9. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hello. What's up?
Yo, what does it feel like to do like this kind of tour, not just with yourself, but now you're teaming up with all the 2,000 people that were like gigantic back in the day? Is that what's happening?
That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, it's just we're coming out here every night and we're letting fans relive 15 years ago, make them feel like teenagers all over again.
And it's crazy. Is it really 15 years ago?
Yes.
Because to me, it feels like it was just yesterday.
No,
like
it was just yesterday.
My little sister grew up on it, so I was 10 years older than her, so I would be watching Making the Band also, but I was like in my 20s. And so like to me, it just feels like, wait, that wasn't just last year?
Yeah,
So,
no, it was just
last
year.
Sure we've all aged pretty good, I would like to say. So what's it like being back on the road? I mean, because you guys did a tour also on your own, correct?
We've done a couple little mini tours.
Right.
We've been going out by ourselves and doing like 9 or 10 days in a row. Then we go home for like a month, come back out. But this was our first like 2-month long tour that we ever did. I think Britney tour was only 40 days.
Right.
This was 57 days. So this was the longest tour we'd ever done as a band. And man, it was the funnest tour we'd ever done too.
Did you guys have to put in work for this to kind of be set up, or was it how did all the groups get together? Because it's Dream. Who else? Ryan
Cabrera and 98 Degrees.
Okay, so how did that? Who made that happen? Is it just like the powers that be wanted to see you guys again, or?
It was sort of like a thought when we. Okay, so Nick Carter wrote a film called Dead Seven.
Okay.
And it was a zombie film that we all ended up being in, and with all the other guys, well, Jeff from 98 Degrees, and we ended up talking about what it would be so cool if we just happened to go on tour, and that was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And fast forward to the summer, and we were getting the offer to go out. So it was sort of, just organic, but at the same time, we have a lot of people behind the scenes helping to make this happen.
And we're talking about 15 years ago when everyone was in their 20s, I assume, or teens or whatever. So how do you stay so energetic, though, on stage? Because my sister went to the LA show, and she's like, the first thing she told me today, she's like, oh, they still put on a show, like they're jumping around, this, that, and the other. I mean, y'all aren't young.
Lots of Advil.
You're not young no more. Like, how's everyone jumping on stage now?
Hey, you know what? We had 15 years off, man. We had 10,
We're well rested.
We had 10 years off, and we're excited at this chance, at this opportunity to be able to get up on that stage and do it. So it's like we still got 20-year-olds inside these bodies going, let's do this again, and like, yeah, man.
Sometimes the body doesn't do what the mind wants.
Yeah. I mean, we've gotten hurt.
But we still do it.
We just try our best.
We still try.
Can I ask you guys about like the time when everything was popping, so to speak, and then things kind of shifted and kind of, I don't want to say ended, but things changed, right? What was that experience like? Did you guys jump to regular jobs? Did you abandon the industry? Like, where was the emotion behind a lot of those things? I want to say, I believe one of you worked at the Grove or something of that nature. Yeah. Yes, I remember.
I was at the Grove. I was doing that. I host like a karaoke night.
Yeah.
Still taking acting classes, doing music. I worked for a music company. I was singing for them like on the weekends. I didn't realize I was helping my craft the entire time I was doing what I was doing, but I was.
And that's my question to you, because even waiting tables, and I went to that restaurant, that's where I'd seen you, and I was like, I just don't feel like it was an easy thing to do, like to jump into waiting tables. Was it hard, like as far as people judging?
For me, it was not.
Okay.
I'm from a family. My dad's like, you work. If you need money, you work. You do whatever you can to work. And that was like the easiest thing for me to, in LA, is like, to do that and be able to audition and go to the studio and do all those other things that I still wanted to do. So.
Nice. That's the attitude to have. How has the music changed? I mean, are we dipping into like more of an electro sound, or are we gonna, what's the agenda here?
Well, Lines and Circles was sort of us finding our voice again, and that was 2 years ago. So we've been on the road since then, and we've created a stage show, and that's energetic, and it really reflects who we are as people and as a group. So we want the new album to reflect that. Right. Now that we've found that identity, we've been able to we've been able to step away and recreate something that was gone for 10 years, but was also manned by 5 individuals, and now it's manned by 4.
Right.
So that took a little bit of a process over the last 2 years. So hopefully this next album reflects that.
Seeing as you guys jumped into reality TV, kind of still in the earlier stages, obviously there have been Real Worlds and stuff like that, but do you guys ever want to venture back into touching like a camera on you and maybe even having more control? Because I don't know if that Making the Band time, you guys probably didn't have much control then.
Zero control.
Yeah.
No, we have that right now. It's called Snapchat.
Right.
That's our mini TV show.
So would you want to do? You wouldn't want to touch like an actual reality show again, or like a VH1 kept calling? You would.
I think we've learned that you never say never.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you ask all of us individually, we'd all have a different answer. I say no to everything.
Okay.
And
I
then
say yes
they
to
talk
everything.
me into it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It would have to make sense fiscally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But you guys are enjoying doing it. Can you tell us a thing or two about Phoenix? I just moved to Phoenix like a month ago, so I'm like, when you said Gilbert, I'm like, is that a person?
Yeah,
Turns
right.
out it's a city. So like,
yeah, I moved here about 2 years ago with my family from California.
Oh, where'd you? What part you?
I was living in Long Beach at the time.
Oh, okay. I'm over the bridge, San Pedro.
Oh, okay, awesome.
That's where I grew up. Yeah.
Yeah. So we moved out here. We just needed more space, wanted to get more bang for our buck.
Right.
And we've met a lot of like really nice young families in the same situation as us, and so.
Although you didn't visit the radio station yet, what's up with that, man?
I keep it pretty low key
Oh,
when I'm not on the road with these guys. I stay as far away from music as possible. Believe it or not.
Now that we met you, you have to come to the station. I know Laura would love to see you.
I
and,
would
you know,
love
come,
to.
Come
Oh,
sing
he's
her
a
a song or
hoot.
something.
I would
You're a
love
pretty young
to.
girl back there, right?
Yes.
Our behind the scenes girls are not you know, they're very cute back there. So
I'm blinded by that light, but I believe you.
you could feel her soul, you could feel her essence.
I
I'm
can
sure.
see that silhouette back there.
Do y'all have any last words just for like the fans that are just, you know, sticking with you for 15 years, which I said it doesn't even seem like 15 years. Like that's crazy to me even. Now I
Yeah,
feel
if they
old.
want to stay up to date, the @OTown Official is our handle for everything and our .com, and we only really stay in touch with our fans through that right now. That's it. Like our social media, you get to see day to day, and they're the first ones to know what we have in the works, and there's a lot coming up in the next few months.
Now, I guess the question two people want to know also is like, do you stay in touch with the fifth member? You know, we don't really know how that worked out. What?
Especially when like crisis happens, like when his parents got in the accident, of course we reach out. Birthdays we reach out. Holidays we reach out. Back and forth as well. And then recently with Lou's passing, of course, because it's a crazy time to kind of go back to the beginning and why we're here today. So yeah, we stay in touch. I mean, it's not as much very often because we're together day to day, and when you're on the road, I mean, it's hard to keep in touch with your mom.
Do you guys have a favorite song from the old days as far as like performing? Because to me, we Fit Together was like my jam. Like I said, my little sister was young, so I was also watching it, and I can't blame it on her because I liked it too. But We Fit Together is like my jam. Is there one that you guys like see the crowd react to more, or you love more?
I mean, All or Nothing.
All or Nothing gets the biggest.
All or Nothing is the biggest reaction,
Yeah,
hands down by a long shot.
that's the
I
staple.
think now it's just like 15 years past, all the fans who were teenagers back then, now they can drink.
Yeah, they party.
Subsequently party. So by the time All or Nothing hits, when they're nice and lubed up with some alcohol, and they're ready to party and sing along with us. They sing so loud we can't even hear ourselves.
The
most
shock
nights.
is when they sing along to the new stuff, because this isn't even really, this tour is not all our audience, which is the
Right.
great part. But
Yeah.
to see them lipping to, the new stuff that we just put out, it's good. I mean, we're talking about new music for that same reason.
Very good. All right, so if we want to follow you, just again the website
@OTown Official or
Boom.
.com. Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much for coming out to the My2K Tour. Thank you for supporting us, and we'll see you when you.
It says Eric,
come back.
Michael,
See you
Jacob,
soon.
Trevor, Dan, Ronnie on 87.5. Thanks for watching, guys.